go fighting.
Some bullshit.
No bullshit. Just fun.
Maybe a little bit of bullshit.
There's definitely a lot of bullshit.
I don't think I actually finished mine. Let me look. I know
What do you mean you didn't finish yours?
Okay, no.
You had all this time.
Stop that. I know I have 50 Pokemon.
But you didn't do the stages and the trainers.
I did some stages. I would say I fulfilled the stages requirement.
It's all right. I cooked for you.
I would say I fulfilled the stages requirement because we didn't agree on a number for stages.
Yes,
we
we
just said no. We did not.
We said we both bring about 8 or 10.
Oh, okay.
I brought 20.
Okay, let me look. I might have brought 8 stages. I put some stages down.
Well, I figured you would let me down, as you always do.
That is not true.
When it comes to extra stuff.
But let me.
When I want to build a game, I'm building a game.
Oh no, I did. Never mind.
You did?
I thought I had not finished the trainer list, but I did. I did finish the trainer list. And then I have 6 stages, and I was going to do...
I have 16 stages.
I was going to do 9, but then didn't...
How many trainers do you have?
15. We said 15, did we not?
I have 16, so sure.
Okay. I can cut some. Oh. I started doing stages, and I did some. And... I did some.
All my shit is peak, bro.
I am confident in the choices of the 6 stages that I chose, that there's a non-zero chance that you just chose them as well.
Yeah.
Because I think they're all correct, if that makes sense.
Okay, what's it?
Did you take any... What approaches did you take to?
So what, are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Are we not going to intro this thing?
Intro it, let's go.
Okay. Hello. And welcome back to the show.
How far did you get into the Super Smash Unlimited?
Oh, I did. Way past
Okay.
where we...
Did you get where you say
Banger.
it and then the opening starts again?
Bro, the editing was so good. I was so happy with you. I was like, I was like, he finished this and he was like, yo, I cooked. Welcome to the Pokemon Fighter that we said we weren't going to do last week, but we're doing this week, or whatever week we said we weren't going to do it in the timeline that I don't understand.
Welcome to the past.
Yeah, but this shit again.
It is. The day doesn't matter. It is still my birthday. September 8th. This
Big
is
facts.
being released on...
I don't know, bro.
So,
Bruh.
October...
So a while before this amazing idea gets out to the radio wave.
Sometimes it's like that, bro.
You gotta let it marinate.
You gotta let it marinate.
So this is the Pokemon Fighter we said we definitely were gonna do, and now we're doing.
When the idea is a banger, the idea is a
The
banger.
deal was a banger. So, real quick, parameters. What we decided. This game plays like Marvel vs. Capcom. It's a 3v3 tag fighter. Pick a team of 3 is what it is. We decided on a 40-man roster with a mid-boss and a final boss that are also playable.
Yes.
And then a pre-order character and 3 waves of DLC. 3 people each. We also decided to do some stages. Apparently there was no decided number. I don't know how true that is.
There was not.
And then trainers. Trainers give a small buff in whatever way, depending on which trainer it is. I didn't go that super deep into it, even though I really wanted to.
So, when you said that, and I agreed with you, I wanted to, and then I was doing the trainers, and I was like, I need to talk to him to figure out what on earth he means by small buffs.
Just small, it makes you charge super faster.
Okay.
It takes, frames off of your end lag for some of your moves.
Okay.
Maybe gives you higher jump height, makes you move faster. You have better defense. Your attack's higher. Literally just basic things.
Okay. Because I was lost. I did not assign anything to any of my trainers because I was lost and had no idea what to put on.
But just little stuff like that.
I picked 15 banger trainers, though.
So you could even double, I have 2 people have the same thing. I don't care. It's just an extra little fun thing.
For me, it was
it's
just
a celebration of Pokemon.
Yeah,
it's kind of how I looked at this a little bit.
For me, having the trainers was just an extra fun thing because it's not a 1v1 and it's a 3v3. The idea of being able to almost customize your team and being like, oh, this trainer's going in with these 3 Pokemon. I didn't really think of it as something that actually affects the game other than just a cosmetic sort of thing, because I like customization and cosmetics and stuff.
So I did something that I didn't tell you.
Oh, no.
So we decided there was a pre-order character.
Yeah.
I threw in a pre-order trainer and a pre-order stage.
Oh, okay.
With that, and I will go over that eventually.
Sure.
Okay. So, are we going to go over on how we approach this?
Yes.
Okay. So effectively it was a 38-man roster.
Yeah.
Okay, 39, because I don't know if we agreed on the mid-boss, but I think we...
So, okay. We had both kind of hit the same wavelength on who we wanted the final boss to be.
Yeah.
And I want you to know I changed my mind.
I hate you.
However...
I hate you with every fiber of my being.
However, that the character we had decided to be on the final boss is still on my roster. I believe I have them set as a mid-boss for a whole... Because of how I decided this story is going to go. So I have a different final boss. But he's still there.
Okay.
They're still there.
So we both have Mewtwo.
Yes.
He's my final and your mid.
Yes.
Then who's your final boss?
So, let's talk about...
You know what would be so funny? If my mid-boss is your final boss.
It would be
that would be so cool.
It's possible. I don't think it's the case, but it's possible.
I don't think so either.
So here is how I approached this. I wanted a framework to work off of. I wanted to, as you say, a celebration of all the Pokemon. I wanted to be able to go through, and I wanted to make sure I could somehow rep every generation, every region, or potentially, even more specifically, every game. So I counted remakes at first and then did some funky stuff with it to make it work. I wrote down every single Pokemon game.
Okay.
And then I assigned a Pokemon to every single Pokemon game. And that is how I went forward with this. And then I took out the remakes because it was too much, and then added in a couple spin-offs and gave them a rep. And that's how I went about this.
Okay.
So I could go down the list and I could say, this is the generation, this is the game, this is the Pokemon. With some exception, which I can get to because I can whinge about it later. With a few exceptions, each Pokemon is from the region that the game is in. So, obviously a Gen 1 Pokemon is from Kanto, Gen 2 Pokemon's from Johto, and, that's just how we go about this. So, to spoil one of those from later, I was going through, and I had made it to this generation in this region, and I was looking through their Pokemon decks, thinking, they have a couple they have some cool Pokemon. Some of these regions have cool Pokemon, man.
Yeah.
And then I came across I would love to use him, and I was just like, well, how do I do that? And the answer was, we make the game about needing to fight this guy, and then we get Mewtwo for it. So I've chosen Deoxys because I think Deoxys is a banger. Yeah. Then now Deoxys ends up being my rep from Emerald because of this. So it's just a little. I feel like everyone likes Deoxys, but Deoxys was a mythical, so we don't get to spend much time with Deoxys.
Deoxys made my roster in a way.
Okay.
My mid-boss is Hoopa.
Okay. I like Hoopa. That's cool.
Hoopa has an alternate form that is wild as hell. So, you beat up Hoopa, second phase, Hoopa goes unbound and goes crazy. Yeah. I did not come up with a story for this game. I was more on the mechanics of how every character worked.
That was my story. My story is we have to fight Deoxys somehow, and in it we go on to a quest to get Mewtwo, to fight Deoxys with Mewtwo. So it sets up Mewtwo as a mid-boss, and then sets up Deoxys as a final boss. And both of them also have forms to play with, which I didn't even think about, but they do. Did you attempt to balance any of this? Based on type, based on region,
yeah. I tried to balance it on how I think everybody would play, and I gave a amount of reps to every single fighting game kind of character type.
Okay.
And I also balanced it. I have 4 Mons from every generation, excluding, I didn't count the boss characters because technically I think that means that I want to say Hoopa's Gen 6.
I believe so.
Then Gen 6 would have 5, and then Gen 1 would have 6, because the way the math works out, one of those generations gets 5, and if any generation is going to get 5 instead of 4, it'll be Gen 1. Yeah. So technically Gen 1 has 6 and Gen 6 has 5, but I have 4 Mons in every generation and then 5 in Gen 1.
Yeah, so the way where I sorted this by region, there is a Pokemon that doesn't have a region. because of how it goes. We'll have to get to that one. And
Okay.
I want to say they're technically considered... I believe he's technically considered Gen 6, if you want to go by generation. But
Okay.
it's strange.
Well, so you went through how you did it. So let me give you a visual here.
Yeah, I get to see the list.
So
Oh boy.
I opened up Bulbapedia, and I just started scrolling, and I wrote down every single name of a Pokemon I thought I could come up with a reasonable moveset list and how they would work. I went through the entire, all the Bulbapedia, went all the way to Gen 9, and I ended up with 263 names for my first round. And then I lowered that down to 101. That's my second round over here. Which I then narrowed down to the 38. Plus the DLC, which, adds that up to... What is that? 30... was 44? So...
Okay.
I said what I said.
Okay.
I guess 45, because of the pre-order.
So we agreed on 3 packs of 3 in a pre-order.
Yes.
So that would be an additional 10.
It's an additional 7.
Okay. All right.
Alright.
I assume that he understands and that there is a different thing in there that he will get to.
Yeah, there's always an answer.
Cool. Okay.
Always a method to the madness.
It is making sure that you understand that the math is wrong and that there's a reason why the math is wrong and not
yes,
just that
there
the
is
math
always a
wrong.
reason,
Okay.
and the math is correct.
The math is correct because it's not that the math is wrong, it's that there is
So
something
you don't know the answer yet.
Yeah, there's something that's not being taken
See,
into account.
I'm leaving little crumbs for you. I'm leading you on. I think we should start with everything that's not the roster. And I think we should end on the roster.
Okay. Sure.
Because I just think it'll be anticlimactic to then go from the roster into the stages and the trainers. Because I think that's the one of these things is way more hype than the other part.
So, I agree with you. However, the way my trainers go, it'd be banger hype to end on the trainers as well. But I agree with you. I do agree with you. I think the roster is where so it makes sense to make the roster the main event.
Okay. What do you want to start? You want to start with stages or you want to start with the trainers?
So stages was the last thing I got to, and the ones that immediately came to mind went in there.
Okay.
I did some research on 2 or 3 of them because I knew conceptually what I wanted to do, but I didn't know what it was called, so I had to do some digging.
Let me see if I have them.
I only have 6 stages listed on here. They're each is from a different region. I wanted to have originally I wanted to have a stage from each region listed. It didn't work out, but I have Indigo Plateau, Mount Silver.
Okay, I have Mount Silver.
Sutopolis City.
I don't have that.
Lumio City, Windon
Don't have
Stadium, and Area 0.
Okay, I have Area 0 and I have Mount Silver's Peak.
Okay. Two banger stages.
I am
either
so
way.
tired of city stages.
That's fair.
Whenever
fair.
we do something Pokemon, it's either the Elite Four or it's a city block. I want different things.
Okay. Sutopolis City was... I wanted that... Lumios just has staying power, apparently.
Yes,
It's in things.
It is cool.
Yeah. Sutopolis City is that's that final city in Hoenn that's in a crater.
Yeah.
I knew, but I need to make sure that they
Oh,
are.
okay, yeah.
I have fond memories of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire flying over
It's a
it,
banger.
and it's got it. Area 0.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah, I know.
I'm down for also just adding those.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go crazy.
And then Windon Stadium's the final stadium in Galar. The one where you have the champion match. I think the stadiums in Gen 8 are awesome.
I don't have that. Because I definitely thought of it. I've said it. But, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so my stages, I had Spear Pillar, Gen 4, Palkia and Dialga showing up, banger. Team Rocket Underground Base underneath the casino. Or you could have the one from Gen 2 and just have Lance running around with 2 Dragonites in the background annihilating Team Rocket Grunt members. I think that's so funny. The Safari Zone, I think is a banger. Mountain Battle from Pokemon Coliseum. It's where you go up the mountain and you end at the top of the volcano, and the guy has the 3 legendary I've just recently started replaying that, and I'm like, that's a banger. Plus, I wanted to get the spin-offs in the game somehow, and having them as stages, I think works.
Yeah, especially for Coliseum.
Yes. Oh, that's a banger. I might have to just add that. I have the Lake of Rage, with the shiny Gyarados. Alph Ruins. It's the unknown ruins. Just having unknowns in the background doing stuff reminds me of the Entei movie. Banger. On the SS Anne, think would be fun.
Yeah.
Groudon and Kyogre's tomb, where you go down there and you wake them up with the orbs in an Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire. I just think Groudon waking up and just being in the background being cool, and then having like the Magma members or the Aqua members, maybe even have the tombs come together and have them fighting in the background. I think that could be cool. Like you said, Area Zero and Mount Silver's Peak. I have Celebi's Shrine.
Okay.
It's another movie kind of reference one. I think the Celebi movie is really, really good. I think you could even allude to that movie in the background with the tree guy and maybe a Dark Tyranitar, and maybe do some stuff like that. Also with just Celebi Shrine in regular Pokemon. Then had the Distortion World. I think that's a banger with Garantina. A Professor's Lab. You could have all the professors if you wanted, and all the starters in the background just going crazy. I'm thinking because when we made this game like Marvel vs. Capcom always has a bunch of stuff going on in the background. Like, their Days of Future Past stage is so cool. Where there's just so much going on. And it just bangs. And I love it. It's amazing. The next one, Pokemon Ranch. Just having the Pokemon Ranch. Banger. Bell Tower. I want Ho-Oh coming down from the sky. It is probably my favorite thing in all of Pokemon is in Heart Gold when Ho-Oh comes down to the Bell Tower with the rainbow and the and the bell and the dancers dance. It's one of my favorite things in Pokemon. And then my last one is my pre-order stage that I'm not going to get to until we get to the pre-order stuff because it all works together.
Okay. Sure. That's nothing wrong with that. I am upset that I didn't coin Distortion World while I was making the initial list, because that's a banger and that works so good as a Sinnoh stage.
Yes, sir. All right.
Banger stages.
I was cooking with these stages, bro. I was just trying to think what would be cool, and there's just so much cool stuff in Pokemon.
No, yeah, there's...
As much as they don't want you to think so. So, trainers.
Trainers.
You made it sound like you have a trainer from every generation, every game. Is what it sounds like.
I do.
I have at least covered every generation.
Okay.
I have also covered one. I've covered a couple of things.
Anyway, I wonder if he's in both of our lists.
I think he should be.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Do you want to start on yours or no?
Yeah, we can start. Do you want to go back and forth? Do you want to do
Sure, we'll go back and forth.
All right.
We'll see if we have any matching.
Okay. The first person I have listed, number 1 from Kanto from Gen 1, I have the original Pokemon professor, Professor Oak.
No, I do not have Professor Oak.
He got too excited.
I did, because I thought we both would have my 1-1, which was Giovanni.
He was very close.
He's Mr. Team Rocket,
He was definitely... Giovanni was shortlisted, without a doubt.
That's crazy. Bro, he is not only an evil leader, he is also a gym leader. That is crazy. This is... I'm flabbergasted. I'm already upset with this.
And that was an important thing on mine, too, to kind of have a spread out of roles.
Of all the professors, you took Oak?
Yeah, why not? He's
over the wrestler? That's crazy. If there's anything good in that generation, it's that professor, bro. He cooks.
Let's move on.
Okay. My next guy, I have another Gen 1 guy. I have Koga. Koga is the poison gym leader in Gen 1, but he's also an Elite 4 member in Gen 2.
Okay.
He's also just really cool. He also has a daughter that's a gym leader. Koga's Koga's always been like my favorite gym leader of all time, just because he's a ninja. Also, by the way, didn't know if I forgot to mention that, and he just is around a bunch. Koga's cool as shit. I love Koga. That was a homer pick if anybody was. Next one.
So for 2, I believe my only trainer from Johto. I just have Silver.
I also have
the main
Silver.
Rival.
Because I literally said, who is even relevant in this game?
It feels like all of the big relevant stuff are holdovers from the Kanto Elite Four,
Yes.
or the person you can fight at the very end. who
Yeah.
is... we'll get to it.
Yeah.
So do you want to do one now because we matched, or do you want me to do one now?
I'll do one.
Okay.
The next one I have a Gen 5 guy. I have
Okay.
Alder.
Don't have older.
Alder's very cool. Love Alder. Champion. Just big dad energy. Love Alder. Plus his main Pokemon's a Volcarona, which is just Mothra. So, you know I'm in.
Yeah. No, that's you. You till the end of time.
Big Mothra.
For my number 3, I have... This might be cheating, but I'm going for it anyway. I picked 2 games to pretty much include the player character / the rival, because it's one of those switches. And for Gen 3, I did that May / Brendan, because they play exactly the same. You just include them both as alternate skins of each other.
Okay.
Because I think it's worth putting a few base trainers in there.
I did that one time.
Okay. I did it twice.
Well, I guess technically I did it twice.
Yeah.
But
one of them is...
Some could say I didn't do it at all. Depending on how you look at these people.
Depending on how you look at it there, May is also just a rival that's known.
Yeah.
So, boom. But she just also happens to be, if you play Ruby and Sapphire and pick the girl, you play as May.
Yeah.
And then Brendan's the right. So it's just how some of those games function. I didn't really go in and do, the player character from here. Say, with Sun and Moon, the player character doesn't have any other influence except that. You can just do that because it's stupid.
Yeah.
Both times I did it, it's that situation. So you have a character in a story there. They just also happen to be the player character. So I have 3 down. Do you have 3 down?
I have 4 down because you had my silver too, and then I said Alder, Koga, and Giovanni.
Okay. You want me to go?
You go.
Okay. For 4 from Sinnoh, I have Cynthia.
We both have Cynthia. I think that was the easiest one to do.
I definitely looked to see if I could subvert expectations somehow with Sinnoh, and then I was like, Cynthia is just so known. She's so mentioned through everything.
If you were going to, who would you have done from Sinnoh?
I don't know.
I was thinking Crasher Wake. The, kind of wrestler water guy.
Yeah.
It was either him or Cyrus.
Yeah.
Cyrus not making it, I actually think is a little harsh, but I also think Cyrus is a little overrated.
We'll just leave that hot take there.
Okay.
That's for you to keep.
Hear me out, because I'm going to defend myself here. Cyrus in Diamond and Pearl is not cool. Cyrus in Platinum is amazing, because you get the speech. Because the speech isn't in Diamond and Pearl. It's only in Platinum. Now, when he gives that speech, and he gets those people ready to go to war, Cyrus is really cool. Plus, he gets the whole Distortion World thing. He doesn't get that in Diamond and Pearl. He's just not that cool in those games. But he's amazing in Platinum. Which is the prime way to play Sinnoh anyway.
Yeah.
But I really like Cyrus. I don't know if he's the best. That's all I'm saying.
I've done 4. Have you done 4?
I've done more than 4.
Okay.
I think just because you've named a bunch of mines. So I've said Giovanni, Koga, Alder, Cynthia, and we've also both said Silver. So I'll do my next one. I have, from Gen 5, I have N.
I did not do N, but I looked at N. Some would say I came really
All
close
right, you need to
N.
do your Gen 5 rep right now then. Because I know you haven't played these games. For you to not have... N is the answer. N should be the one that you say. And then Alder is, the hipster, but this character's really cool and we all really like him. And then there's one other character in between these two that I'll accept.
So I'm afraid I'm going to pronounce his name wrong. But
Is it Gitzies?
Yes.
It's the only other one that I would accept. I still don't think that's correct, but it's okay.
I do think that stands for me just not playing the games. He's the leader of Team Plasma, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of, alright. His design is cool as hell.
No. He's the main antagonist of Black and White 2. Okay. But Team Plasma is worse in Black and White 2 than it is in Black and White 1. And in Black and White 1, N is the GOAT. Okay. N is N might be the greatest of all time.
I can take the L on picking...
I don't hate Getsus. I don't.
I can take the L on picking a wrong choice for a game that I have not played.
To get the Getsus pick is actually kind of crazy. Now that I think about it, and you've never played that game, I'll give it to you. All right, go ahead. Give me another one.
So 6 for Kalos, I did the same thing I did with Owen.
So hard.
It's Serena and Caleb. Just...
There is literally no way you have 2 Gen 6 reps?
No, they're the same one.
Oh, you
They
have
share.
the main. Oh, okay.
Because
So-
Serena is the rival, but if you play as the girl, you're Serena and it's Caleb instead. It's the same thing.
Okay, so I didn't do that. I did the only.
Did you? Can I guess? Can I guess?
Actually, no. Actually, I do have 2 Gen 6 reps.
Can I guess?
Go.
Did you just pick Lysander?
I did. I have Lysander.
That's not wrong.
I also have AZ.
That's banger. That's a banger.
Yeah, I have AZ and Lysander. I actually accidentally have AZ down as Gen 7. I don't know why I did that.
No, that's
is-
definitely a banger.
Yeah.
I had looked at Lysander and
So cool.
decided that I like having Caleb and Serena as the Gen 6 ones, and I didn't want to overdo Gen 6 because sometimes I felt like I was doing... There's a whole thing about me imbalancing with the generations. But Lysander and AZ are both cool as hell.
I have an issue with what you've done. Picking the main characters. I don't think they represent Pokemon well. Because... And I don't hate you for making this pick, but this is why I didn't. This is not me saying that those are wrong.
Okay.
This is me saying this is why I didn't do it. Because they don't speak. They have no character. I wanted people that are characters. You do not know how hard it was for me to not put Mirror B in this trainer list. You don't know who that is. Anybody who's ever played Pokemon Coliseum knows who this is. Is the only time I did a player character was for Pokemon Coliseum.
But see, I actually think I didn't do what you just said because of the way it's done. The rival in Pokemon X and Y is a character. The rival in Gen 3 is a character. That's why I did
May
those.
is the only one I'll hear. Brendan's the main character.
But that, like... but that they're the same thing. They share... Cause
I understand.
That's why it's like, if I did the player character, they all have names. I don't know all of their names. If you do the player character from Alola, that's fucking stupid, because he doesn't talk. There's no allegory to
They all
him
suck.
anywhere in the game.
I just think all the player characters suck.
But-
There's very few that are okay. I just think there's so many more colorful options. And I think that my...
Speaking of an extremely colorful option,
Shut the fuck up. What gen?
Gen 7.
Oh, okay. I thought we all... Oh, okay. So go ahead. This is your boy.
Professor Kukui.
There you go.
That's why you said it, and I was like,
Oh, I don't have him.
why can't I have... Well, when I said Professor Oak, and you were like, that's the professor you have? And I'm just like, why can't I have 2?
That's just... I'm a Professor Oak hater.
I think, iconic-wise, from Gen 1, I prefer Professor Oak over the other people in that generation.
It's so crazy. To take Oak over... Actually, Oak over Giovanni...
Giovanni
I guess
comes
probably,
close.
It's 1 and 2, bro.
Giovanni comes close. And, like, Giovanni's the only other one I'll hear.
Yeah. I agree.
The guy who was so...
Low-key, Lieutenant Surge is actually an answer, but...
Lieutenant, he's cool.
He's right there. He's third. He's constant bronze.
Like, I'm not going to ignore was so inspired by the player character. He quit evil. That's a banger character trait.
We love him.
Give me... Okay, so I'm 7 deep. How deep are you?
I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna name... I think...
My next 2 are basic as hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Gen 8. I
Okay.
just think you have to have Leon.
Yeah.
He's so cool, bro. Those games might not be the best, but God, is that guy's cool.
Yeah, like, I... Talk about a Pokemon champion.
Yeah, bro. He's just good, bro. And he brings back Chars. Bro, he's everything that's wrong with Pokemon. We just love Gen 1. Alright, go ahead. Give me another one.
Did you bring anyone from Gen 9?
I did.
Okay, cool. I have Nimona.
The correct answer.
Yeah.
Larry is a very good shout. He is a gym leader. You cannot have 2 Gen 9.
Why can't I?
Because it's a bad gen. I'm just sitting. Larry is a banger, though. I'm low-key upset I forgot Larry, but I have too many already. I have too many trainers already.
Okay, so yeah, we can skip forward to my list to say it. Yes, I do have Larry. I have him down as Elite Four because I don't think I have anyone else from any Elite Four listed. But he is also a gym leader.
There aren't many very cool Elite Four members.
And I think he's cool because he's also a gym leader.
And that's why I have Koga for the literal same exact reason.
Yeah, because it's dueled and it's so cool. But Larry does it in the same game, so like...
Wallace almost made it for me. Because
Yeah.
he's the 8th gym leader and then the champion in is it Ruby in the Emerald. Yeah.
I saw it. I did a lot of trainer research.
Yeah.
Trying to get a good amount. Now...
Okay, I'll give my Gen 7.
Okay.
I have Guzma. Leader of Team Skull. I think Golisopod is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time.
Sure.
And Guzma is just... Guzma drips aura. I love Guzma. I love his hair. I love everything about him. He's the only thing I find interesting about Gen 7. The rest of Team Skull sucks. But Guzma's a banger. I love Guzma.
God, I hate Team Skull.
They suck. God, do I love Guzma.
How many do you have down? I have 10 down.
I have more than I have 16.
No, like, mentioned.
Oh,
So.
I have not been keeping track. How many do I have left? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 left to say.
Okay, so we're at about the same spot.
Okay. One of mine is a pre-order, so I'm not going to bring them up.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
So technically I have 5.
So, I do have one other person from Gen 8, and that was just I pulled up a picture of all of the gym leaders from all the generations.
No, you went to gym leader.
And I just went, who looks cool? And Alistair looks really cool. He's the ghost one from S.H.I.E.L.D. He's all now. It's only in S.H.I.E.L.D. He's not in Sword, because in Sword they do.
Is he the
different type.
guitar guy? Or no?
No, that's the.
Oh, I know who Alistair is. I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
I just think that was a purely he looks cool design.
I went with Ball Guy.
Yeah.
I just think that's fun.
Like, yeah. That's one of the I can't beat it because I don't think like Tanner. Like that's just Tanner pulled out a banger out of nowhere.
I love
He just
Ball
looked
Guy.
where no one looked, and
The diamond in the rough, boy. The diamond in the rough. All right. Gen 3. I did Steven. Champion.
okay.
He has the Metagross. He's really cool. I think Steven's underrated, so I put Steven. I also don't mess with Gen 3 like everybody else does. The only other person I had close for Gen 3 was Archie. Team Aqua's leader. And only because he gets that fire redesign in Alpha Sapphire. Because that's cool. Super Pirate Archie, really cool.
I have a lot of Gen 3 elsewhere, so I only did the one trainer from Gen 3.
Yeah, don't
I
hate
kind
it.
of did.
I only
That's-
have one Gen 3 trainer too.
That's really why I kind of doubled up on Gen 8 and 9 for the trainers, because they were cool designs that I could get away with, and then I had less other places for them. Hold up, I'm looking up someone to make sure that I am correct on who this was. I think this is correct.
No,
And this is
You
later.
don't have Iris, right?
Okay, no, that is who that is. But I do have another Unova trainer. I have the gym leader. I have Iris. She's a kid that'll whoop your ass with some dragons.
I hate Iris.
Really?
Yes, I cannot stand her. But a lot of people like her, so I can't be mad. No N is still crazy. But
I can acknowledge that and accept that I take the L on that, like I said, but it is what it is.
when we make it, it's, you know.
If we were if we were actual
Combining
devs
the list.
combining these, I just take the L and it's like, okay, like
We can do. I can lose. I will be willing to let Alder go to the wayside.
like we'll fight on other things, but that's not a fight.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank
like I trust that you are correct on that one. All right.
Thank you. Another one I got here. Gen. I guess technically 1 and 2. I've read.
Okay.
Was another given. I think had to be done.
Yes.
You don't have them.
I will explain later.
Okay.
And on the last one on my list, I will explain.
Okay. I think I just. Oh, I have 2 left to say.
Okay, I have 3 left.
Go ahead. Go crazy.
So I have Barry from Gen 4. He's just a listed rival, I believe. I wanted to
Barry?
I wanted to get someone else from Sinnoh. It could have just been Cyrus.
We'll go with mine. I have another 4.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I'll go. I have Looker.
Okay.
The Interpol agent from Platinum. He's cool as hell. Plus, he has. If I'm correct, I could be wrong. He is Toxicroaker Krogunk, which is a banger Pokemon.
So I just have.
Looker's just cool as shit.
Although I guess my number 14 is kind of from Sinnoh.
Okay. Okay.
He's really from Hisui. I have Bolo, the last guy
I
you fight in Legends Arceus.
Who I think is cool.
Yeah.
I haven't played that game all the way
will-
through, but I do remember what he kind of looks like. I think he's cool.
That last battle at the end, he will rip you a new asshole if
Yeah.
you're not prepared. And then, and like he doesn't do this here, most likely because of how the game works. After you get through his 6, you don't get a chance to heal. He summons Giratina, and you have to fight Giratina twice without healing.
Yeah.
You will just get your asshole ripped out of you. It
Okay,
is
damn,
such
bro.
a brutally beautiful battle.
I don't hate that one. I'm willing to expand our roster to allow that. Because I have Wes, which is the main character from Pokemon Coliseum.
Okay.
Banger. Snag a machine, keep that shit on his arm.
I
Yes.
am so down to pull things from Pokemon Legacy to put in this game that
I
aren't
really-
necessarily the mainline games.
I really want to do Mirror B. Do you know anything about Mirror B?
No.
He's literally just a disco guy with a huge white and red afro, and he just has a team of Ludicolo's. He's so cool. I want him so bad. I thought about just adding him as free DLC on April 1st. That's how much I want him to be a part of this project, and I'm going to do that. I've made an executive decision.
So the final trainer I have listed is... there's no easy way to put it. I would just put him in like this. I have Ash Ketchum. Which is kind of like doing Red, but with extra steps.
It's not, because they're two
It's
different
not.
characters.
It's
but
not, but
I guess we can get to it now, because we're about to get into the roster.
sure.
I think we had a understanding of what the pre-order mon was going to be going into it.
Did we?
Did we not stay on that same path?
I don't remember talking about it.
I thought we did.
I know we talked about Amon. I don't remember that being discussed as the pre-order bonus.
Okay. Well, then I'll because this all wraps everything together in a thing. I have a pre-order trainer, I have a pre-order stage, and I have a pre-order mon. My pre-order mon is Charizard.
Okay.
My pre-order trainer is Ash Ketchum, and my pre-order stage is the Mewtwo Stadium from the Mewtwo movie. And when you pre-order, you get the exclusive skins that make the clone Pokemon that Mewtwo makes. So Charizard has the red things that go all across him, and that's why Charizard is the pre-order mon. So that's what my whole thing. And then the Mewtwo Stadium, you have all the clone Pokemon in the background. Mew comes down in her little bubble and does her thing, and it's just the movie again. And it allows for also Mecha Mewtwo with the stuff
You get
can
a
also
Mecha
be that
Mewtwo,
alternate skin for Mewtwo. So that's why I did that.
No, I think that's cool. I don't remember discussing Charizard at all.
Okay,
But-
that's fine.
Like he's on my list because it's Charizard.
Yes. I didn't want him to take a Gen 1 slot, so that's why I made him the pre-order character. And no, I don't hate it. Bro, he has to be in. But I wanted to give other people shine. So how do you want to go through this roster, man? Do you want to go over your pre-order since I've already gone over mine, or no?
Sure.
Okay.
So the way that I've made not a change, but I don't know how to sort the DLC portion. So I will go through the re-explanation of it. Through 50 Pokemon, I have chosen 49 games, and I'll explain why it's 49 games in a minute. And each game has had a Pokemon assigned to it and the region that it's from to represent that game.
Okay.
So the idea being is that as you're scrolling through the Pokemon, it also has a little logo of the game it's from next to it. So I had decided that the pre-order would be the representative from the game that we're not talking about, that this is not inspired by in no way, a Pokken rep. And then I have the remakes as the DLC ones, plus a Zach's Choice because there's only 8 remakes. There's 10 technically, but I'm ignoring 2 of them for a very specific reason. Plus a Zach's Choice. So in my head it would be, you would have them grouped not as 3 DLC packs, but if you can also just order that however, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So if you want to do the pre-order bonus, what I have is the Pokken rep, we can. I have Chandelure.
I hate you.
Because Chandelure's a banger.
I hate you, bro. Alright.
What is your? I have a. You don't have it all listed, so we'll figure.
I do. I have Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7, Gen 8.
I mean, like the ranking of the amount of types and stuff you use. Because I'm curious what your second most used type is, but we can always. That can be something that we look on the back end.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It might be normal.
Okay. Because I was surprised with myself on what my second most prominent type is.
Because the first one is fighting, right?
Yeah, 1 to 40.
I have a lot of bug. I am a bug boy. I have a lot of poison. I have a lot of dark.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, flying. Like I have a pretty good spread. I think it's fighting has run away with it, and then I have a bunch of other.
I feel like fighting was always going to kind of run away with it though, because of what it is.
It has to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just start going. We'd just start going down the list and.
Yeah, go through it however you want to go through it.
Okay. So my first, because of the way I did it, my first 4 are Kanto, because there's 4 Kanto games.
Okay, yeah. Give your. Yeah.
They are the most predictable possible ones that could be chosen.
You didn't go fun at all?
I get fun later.
Okay.
So just going down from Kanto from Pokemon Red, Charizard, from Kanto for Pokemon Green, Ivysaur, for Kanto for Pokemon Blue, Squirtle, and from Kanto...
Squirtle?
Yeah, why not? Have fun. Bounce around.
Over Blastoise?
I don't just want to do the final evolutions for everyone.
Big man Blastoise? I'm so upset.
And then from Kanto for Pokemon Yellow, I gave that one to Mewtwo for a very specific reason that we'll get to later.
Okay.
Because Mewtwo, we already talked about him being in the game, he needs to have an identifier as well.
Okay.
In my ruling.
Alright, well, I'll do my Gen 1. I have 5 here. I'm not counting the mid-ball, I'm not counting Mewtwo and Hoopa. But Gen 1, I have Pikachu.
Yeah.
Very obvious. Has to be in. Snorlax.
Snorlax is fun.
Snorlax is very fun. He also has a Z move, which is his level 3 super. A lot of this is going to be gameplay based. I try to figure out how these characters could play. I have Dragonite, now has a Mega, level 3 super. Then my 2 fun ones. One of these is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, but was not my pitch for this character to be in this game. I have Muck. Muck is a zoner. Muck has Gunk Shot, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, and just keeps you away. And then can soak into the ground and back up, keeps his range. I think Muck would be really fun. Also has that one big-ass hand. The grabs are going to be crazy. Love Muck. And then I have Ditto. Ditto, every single one of Ditto's moves, he turns into a different Pokemon, so then I get a bunch of different Pokemon in one Pokemon. Every single one of his normals, every single one of his specials, I just turn into a different Pokemon. It's where you can get, like, Stantler, Apom, anybody. Anybody you can think of, Ditto can turn into. Depending on how many, Alright, you ready for your Gen 2 games?
Yeah. So I have 3 from Gen 2, obviously.
I have 4.
One from Gold, one from Silver, one from Crystal. Okay. As per the way that I do. These should probably be flipped around, because I didn't realize that that's who I chose for Crystal, so I'm changing, and now she's with Gold. But I have Meganium. Magnetum?
Yeah, Meganium. Yep.
Meganium. I didn't remember choosing her, but apparently I did, so I'll hold it. I'll stand by it.
Okay.
And then for Silver, I have Sudowoodo.
Okay.
And then for Crystal, I have Scizor.
You upset me immensely. But I don't hate Scizor. Scizor was... I came down to Gen 2. There were 3 Pokemon left to make it as the last slot. It was between Scizor, Feraligatr, and I want to say Tropius, or somebody... Ursaring. And Scizor did not win.
Ursaring was on my short list.
Very cool mom.
Yeah.
I don't hate Sudowoodo, actually.
I really like Sudowoodo.
Sudowoodo was actually really cool. I like that one.
I think Meganium went in because I wanted another grass type somewhere for balancing. But.
So, Gen 2, I think, probably one of the most popular Pokemon from that gen. Everybody loves Ampharos.
Yeah.
I don't, but Everybody does. I have who I think is perfect, Heracross. Heracross is so cool. Plus, he has a Mega. Level 3 Super.
There you go.
Crobat. I think Crobat could be really fun. Just super fast, doesn't touch the ground, can't be hit with lows. Kind of like there's a bird in a JoJo Bizarre Adventures fighting game. But just make it work, because that game is broken. Just make this work correctly. And then Crobat is just so cool. And then who Scizor lost out to, I went with Feraligatr. Feraligatr is just really, really cool.
Yeah.
There's my boys. I am so happy with my list. I literally could not. I wouldn't change anything. I'm so happy. You know what? I'll lead off Gen 3.
Okay.
This was the easiest. This character has to be in. This mon has to be in. And if it's not on your list, you're wrong. And you have to change your list. Gen 3, I have Blaziken.
Yes.
Okay. This is the only, Blaziken has to be in.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I have him in as the Ruby.
I also have Milotic.
Okay.
I wanted a snake. But the only cool snake I can think, the only snake I like is Arbok. Seviper is also really cool. But if I do Seviper, I feel like I have to do Zangoose because they're, always connected. But why not just do popular water snake? Which is really good, and a lot of people like Milotic. Also has the cool Feebas thing with the beauty stuff. Just relevant in Pokemon. Milotic's really, really cool. Then I have Exploud. Exploud's a zoner. Uproar, boom burst, just is loud and just yells and just sound waves and shit. And my thing is that he doesn't move horizontally very fast, but he yells at the ground and bounces really, really high. And then Metagross. It's Steven's ace, and Metagross is just one of the coolest Pokemon of all time.
Metagross is incredibly cool.
Yeah, so that's my Gen 3. How many do you have for Gen 3?
Okay, so this is where we need to figure out, because after number 29, I'm done with the core games, and then I still have a bulk at the end where it's added ones that I've used different side games. So, because you went through.
I have 4 Gen 3.
You just went through 12. My next one would be 8, so maybe if I do my 3 Hoenn main game ones and my 3 Sinnoh main game ones.
Sure, and then I'll do my Gen 4 ones after that, yeah.
So for my 3 core game Hoenn ones, I have Blaziken representing Ruby.
Easy.
I have Gardevoir representing Sapphire.
This is the only one that was really close.
And then this is where I have Deoxys representing Emerald, as we talked about me having Deoxys.
We'll come back to him.
Okay. And then for Sinnoh, I have Lucario representing Diamond.
We'll come back to him.
Garchomp representing Pearl.
Yeah.
And I might regret this one.
I went with Cool over Garchomp. I feel bad for Garchomp, but...
You might just yell at me. And if you yell at me, I will probably just switch him out.
We might have him. My Gen 4 is weird.
For Platinum, I have Bidoof.
I almost had Bidoof as my joke character. I always had Bidoof.
Bidoof being the character representing the game with God is the better pick.
Yeah, I almost had Bidoof. Yeah, Bidoof was going to be my joke pick and just be bad. But I went with a different joke pick. Gen 4, I have Honchkrow. I wanted to get every different kind. I went full, this is a fighting game, and you went, this is a Pokemon representation celebration game. Which I don't think either way is a bad way to go at it. I just thought Bird would be really cool, and Honchkrow just hits really hard. I then have Vespiquen.
Let's say I will also note, Gen 4 I do have a list of I call it the forgotten of the Pokemon I wanted to do the short list, and I think Gen 4 has the most on there.
Yeah, Gen 4's so cool.
So and Vespiquen is on there. I think Vespiquen's awesome.
Would have been a puppet fighter. She has attack order, defend order, heal order. She just sends Combees out and shit. I just thought Vespiquen's gonna be cool. I then have Toxicroak.
Okay.
Because it's Toxicroak. I really wanted to just do Krogunk, because Krogunk I actually think has more aura. So I'm willing. I'm willing to be swayed. But Toxicroak is also really cool. And then I have Rotom. He has all the different. He has all the different forms.
Right on the short list.
I would say all the specials you could turn into heat rotom, grass rotom, the electric rotom. Funny, water rotom, air rotom. Like,
yeah.
There's so many options of rotom. I just think he would be really cool. You're gonna hate Gen 5.
So here's the thing about Gen 5.
Oh, you haven't played these games.
I went through the list of Pokemon. Two got shortlisted because let me put it this way with Gen 5. Just looking at the list, I went, I don't know if I like these Pokemon. But then there are some that I was like, these are the coolest fucking Pokemon I've ever seen. So I did a joke that you're gonna hate. But I'm standing by it, and you can yell at me later, and you can tell me why I'm wrong, and there were 2 other Pokemon that clearly should have been on here. But I have Salk and Throw.
No. They're the worst Pokemon in Gen 5. You just disrespected my favorite Gen of all time.
And then I have 2 of the coolest Pokemon I've ever seen. One I think it gets known a lot, which is Haxorus. And then I have Cofagrigus.
Cofagrigus is the only one that is valid.
I love it. Cofagrigus looks so fucking cool. Tell me why I'm wrong, and tell me who I should have instead of Throw and
just
Salk.
suck. They're just big.
Yeah,
Not only are they bad, but they're just guys. They're literally just dudes. I'm so upset
Who
with
should
you.
I have had? Tell me who I should have had.
Okay, so this is mine. Mine is... Okay, so you know my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
Darmanitan is on the list.
Okay.
Darmanitan is crazy fast rushdown, is what Infernape would have made this game. But I figured, what if I slowed him down a little bit and then just made him super duper strong? But he has no defense. That's Darmanitan. Also, Darmanitan has a Zen mode. That's his block. When he blocks, he goes into Zen mode. Just thought that's cool and simple. I then have Gigalith.
Okay.
Gigalith is big, strong, defensive, bulky zoner. Imagine every time, boom, slams on the ground with his feet, Stone Edge. They come up at you, and he's like the perfect zoning, but keeps him at it, not throwing projectiles, but just spacing. He's the spacing character.
You don't like Haxorus?
I don't like Iris. That's Iris's
that's
ace.
fair. Okay, that's understanding.
Okay, so now I have a character that it feels like every time you look at a fighting game, there's that's just the coolest character. I always think of DJ. DJ is the coolest fighting game character of all time, and he just is just drippy. It's just you are just so cool. I want to just hang out with you all the time. I have Scrafty. I just think Scrafty is cool as hell. Tell me you wouldn't hang out with Scrafty.
I wouldn't. But
you're actually off a perk.
He looks like...
You have friends that look like that.
I did, yes.
I was just saying, so you would hang out with Scrafty.
When was the last time I've seen any of them?
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We all had a time. Scrafty, I just think would be really, really cool. It's just a cool mon. There's so many. Cofagrigus is also a banger pick. I'm not mad at Cofagrigus.
That was I was scrolling through Bulbapedia, I saw him, and I was like, this is not a Pokemon. And I looked at it, I was like, how did I not know that this existed?
He's so cool. And then I have Genesect, the ultimate zoner. Literally just has jet engines and mega lasers on his back. Picking Genesect.
That's not a surprising pick from you. The most... Oh, God, what's the word?
Digimon-like?
I was going to say, the most Digimon Pokemon to ever Pokemon.
Yeah, Genesect. So Genesect made my list. Alright, go. What are you... I should be ahead of you now. Or no. We should be... We're somewhere similar.
Yeah. So next would be the 2 Kalos picks, which saddens me because I like a lot of Kalos Pokemon, but there's only 2 Kalos games currently.
Yeah.
Coming soon. And I have probably 2 very predictable picks for them. And then I have...
Okay, yeah, no,
we'll get to that.
We should have them both then.
I think Kalos has 3 predictable picks, and I have 2 of them here and 1 of them later. And so I have Greninja and Aegislash.
I have both of those.
Yeah.
Not the one that I thought you would say, though. Because he's coming later.
Yeah.
I have Greninja, Aegislash, Hawlucha, and Tyrantrum.
Tyrantrum I had shortlisted. He's there. I have him on the shortlist.
Hear me out.
I have a lot of Gen 6 shortlisted.
I was on TikTok one day, and there was a guy making a Souls-like, but you play as a dinosaur, and they hold swords. Tyrantrum literally just picks up a stone, just like a stalactite out of the ground, and that's how he fights, and he's a sword fighter. be doing flips and stuff. That's Tyrantrum. He just goes full anime and goes crazy. That's my Tyrantrum.
I have Tyrantrum, and then I have a bunch of Gen 6 ones shortlisted. The other one that I've shortlisted that I really wanted to mention, because I didn't put him in, is I just feel like you could do a lot of cool stuff with Bumblebee.
There's so many options. And then you said that.
He's got ears that are fists.
I thought Clawitzer would be really cool. Gudra's really cool. Trevenant, I thought was, like, guaranteed. And then I looked more. I was like, I want Tyrantrum.
Tyrantrum's cool.
Malamar made my list, by the way. Pangoro was very, very high up for me. I really like Pangoro. Alright. Give me your Gen 7 guys.
So, I cheated.
Huh?
I hate this fucking gen.
Yeah,
So I put
you
in...
cannot cheat.
I did.
Don't tell me you just have Alolan forms of Kanto Pokemon.
No, I just put in Hawlucha.
You have one Gen 7 Pokemon?
No, I put in... So I have 3 Alolan Pokemon, and then I just put in Hawlucha as my 4th one, because there's 4 games, and I didn't want to spend any more time on this generation. So, so I have Incineroar.
Okay.
I have Mimikyu, and I have...
Mimikyu's so hard, bro.
How do I pronounce that fucking name?
Komodo?
No.
Oh.
I assume it's... Damn, that's a cool fucking Pokemon. I assume it's Delmise?
Oh, okay, don't mind.
He's a rusty fucking anchor.
He's cool.
Yeah.
Didn't make my list.
I don't like Alola. So I did just use one of the spots to put Hawlucha in, because I think Hawlucha should be here, and I like Hawlucha.
Okay, so I have Incineroar.
Yeah, I feel like Incineroar is the given here.
I have Golisopod. Cool as shit.
Sure.
Guzma's Ace.
Yeah.
I have Komodo. He's a fighting dragon.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. And then I have Buzzwole. The fighting shrimp Ultra Beast. I felt like I needed an Ultra Beast, and if I was going to pick one, it was him.
Sure.
It's either him or Kartana. Because just literally swords. There's actually a bunch of the Ultra Beasts that I could have used. Because I literally was just like, I can't use an Ultra Beast. And then I made movesets for... I didn't say this earlier. The 263... I made a moveset for all of these Pokemon.
Oh,
This was not just, he would be cool. Oh, he would be... I had an idea. And then I had to the ones that I like the most. But yeah, I think Gen 7 actually is underrated for the Pokemon that it has. The game is ass. But they have a lot of really cool Pokemon.
Did I even have any shortlisted? They did not excite me. I have none shortlisted.
I think that's crazy.
They did not excite
Komodo
me.
is so cool.
Yeah, I probably could have done one of the Island Guardians, but...
Tapu Koko was the last one between... It was him or Buzzwole. And I'm taking the fighting shrimp every time.
Gen 8.
Gen 8.
You're going to hate this one, bro.
Maybe.
You're going to hate this one.
I'm not going to lie to you. I am softer on Gen 8 than a lot of people. I picked 2.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm happy with it or if I'm not happy. I think I got 2 solid picks.
Okay, let me hear.
So I don't... But, if you had someone different, I don't think I'll hate it. I have Surfetched and Toxtricity.
They were both my 2 first out. And I like both of those mons. I think they're very good. I have Cinderace.
Okay.
Hear me out.
I didn't say anything.
Soccer player in a fighting game seems amazing. And then Final Fight made it happen when they put Cristiano Ronaldo in as a fighting game character. Bro, it's... And then after I saw LeBron in Multiverses, and then the fact that Cinderace would just have a football and just kick it around, and that's how he has to do his combos, makes him a zoner plus a rushdown. I love that. I love that idea. So that's why Cinderace, purely as a mechanics-based pick for me. I then had Berserker. I took Berserker over Surfetch. They were what I was debating between. I just think Berserker just seems... It's small, and plus it just makes me think it's going to go Berserk. It just is throwing normal steel, throwing weapons. I just think that would be really cool. And Pokemon really likes Meowth. He's gotten a thing in every gen. So I guess I was just showing Meowth love. I have Zacian. Mainly because I want him to have a unique interaction with Tyrantrum where he puts his sword up to his stalactite and they kind of battle a little bit. I think that would be cool. Plus, put that in the story or something. I just think that would be neat. Plus, it's a dog with a sword in its mouth. It works in whatever Dark Souls game that is, and that was cool there. So, that... And then my joke character. I have Phalanx.
Okay.
Do you know what Phalanx is?
I should. I played those games.
Phalanx is literally just the goons. It's just like 6 guys.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just 6 guys together, just walking around.
No, that's fun.
That character is the joke character, and it just is fun. Just imagine, like... I thought they all have individual health bars, so you load in with like 6 health bars, and they just die, like, super fast. But you can just send them all at the same, like, I just think it would be a really fun thing to do. And every time they show up, every time I play a Pokemon game, they pop up. I'm like, the goats! And then I'm done.
So how far... Toxtricity was my number 25. So I feel like you have to be a lot further ahead than I am.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
I have 4 Pokemon left.
Because I had a couple there that were just 2-game pop-offs. So let's... This is where we get into me getting just weird and just kind of throwing shit at a wall because I'm out of games.
Go ahead. Just go through it until you get to your last little bit, and then I'll do my Gen 9
Okay,
stuff.
so technically part of Gen 8 would be Legends Arceus. I do have 1 from here. I grabbed the Hisuian Zoroark because I think he looks cool as hell. And that's the end of that sentence.
Over Cleavor and Ursaluna?
Yeah. So to be completely honest, I just wanted Zoroark, and I found a place to put him.
Well, I did too. We'll come back to that later.
I was going to do a joke about mentioning games where I could have Pikachu and then going with someone else, so that way I just could say that I put Detective Pikachu rep in when it's just Pikachu.
Okay.
Because there's not a version of this world where Pikachu's not in this game.
Yeah.
So
he's got detective. His skins are already like Surfer Pikachu, Fat Pikachu,
Lucha Pikachu.
Lucha Pikachu.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many options.
Yeah, like there's not
male and female.
I put,
and then he has all the ones with all the dresses and stuff from that one generation. Yeah, he's making it.
I put in a Pokemon Snap rep, and I choose one of the most photoetic Pokemon that there is, which would be Jigglypuff.
This Jigglypuff nonsense.
I've got a Pokemon Ranger rep.
I love Pokemon.
Who is someone...
Hello.
No. Oh. I picked someone who was shortlisted for an earlier gen, but I ended up going elsewhere because I wanted to put him in. I chose Metagross, because Metagross is cool as fuck.
Okay.
And should be in this game. I grabbed... wanted to put Poliwrath in, used Pokemon or XD Gale of Darkness to put him in. I did look through to make sure he was usable in that game, and he is.
He is.
I did that with all of these games, by the way. Okay. I did check to make sure. So there's not an example, like the next one is Pokemon Stadium. I didn't just pick one, put it in, and say it's from Stadium. No, you can get Rhydon. You can use Rhydon.
You got a lot of Gen 1, man.
It happened. It is what it is. I think that is all of the Gen 1. No, because I have Hitmonchan from Pokemon Rumble. Now that's all the Gen 1.
Alright.
That is now all the Gen 1. They are all gone. And now I have... So you're gonna have 4 from Paldea?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to do... I looked through the Paldean Pokedex, and I snored a lot. So
you're off a perk.
I did pick one, which I'll get to him. Well, I'll save him. I'll save him and those 3 for that. So I'll always say that I did choose one remake to do in the main roster. That was Let's Go Eevee, so I could put Eevee. I think... Now, I say Let's Go Eevee because take that Eevee who can do the different types of moves based off the trainer. I don't know if you played any of the Let's Go Eevees.
I did. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's why I chose that Eevee specifically. Because I think you get a chance to actually do a bunch of stuff instead of just a normal type Pokemon. And then I did choose a Legend ZA Pokemon. I just chose Malamar because he's goated, and I wanted him in this game.
I'm so upset. That's where you could have got your Hawlucha.
I ended up with both Hawlucha and Malamar, so I don't see the problem.
I hate you.
I wanted to put a rep in from the trading card game, which is really just a free space. So I looked through the shortlist, and I landed on Centiskorch, who I think is fucking awesome.
What the fuck are we doing? I like Centiskorch.
I love the part of these games where Tanner regrets his decisions.
Oh my god.
And I don't even do them on purpose. And I think that's it. I think I am down to 4.
Just do your last 4, man.
So I have Melton from Pokemon Go. He does not have a region. That's the one that doesn't have a region. But I also think
Is he
Melton,
not Gen 8?
He is technically considered. I actually think he's considered Gen 7.
That's what I meant.
But he's not tied to. He's not from a region.
Yeah.
So if you can't tie him to Kalos because he's not a Kalos Pokemon. If you want to apply generation, he is technically Gen 7 because that's when he was released. But he was released exclusively through Pokemon Go. He is the Pokemon Go Pokemon, and I didn't just pick him for that. I also think
he almost made my game. I like Meltan.
Like he is also just cool.
I like Melmetal. I mean,
so I lied. I have 2 more Kanto Pokemon, but I wanted to have the Mystery Dungeon games in here.
Yeah.
So I chose 2 Mystery Dungeon reps.
I was say Mike tried to get me to do more Mystery Dungeon stuff,
and I picked 2 I think cool Pokemon. One of them is pretty basic, which would be Gengar.
We'll come back to him later.
And then I picked someone who I'm surprised I haven't heard from you. I picked Tyranitar.
He didn't make my game.
Damn.
Because he was replaced.
And then I have...
I have something to confess.
Okay.
Tyranitar was cool. Until Scarlet and Violet came out and gave me exactly what I wanted. Because Tyranitar has always been the Godzilla stand-in. Then they just gave me Godzilla. So, Tyranitar's typing his ass, and he's bad. So... I'm tired of the rock dark type dying to everything.
And then I do have someone from Paldea. I have Palmot. My little Rocky.
Why?
Because he's Rocky.
I hate your list so much.
Go ahead and give me your Paldean Pokemon.
So Paldea, I have my 1 fairy type and one of the goats. I have Tinkaton. She literally has a massive hammer.
You know,
I then have Palafin.
I somehow forgot Tinkaton existed, and I'm mad. So I'm going to...
Please, get rid of Palmot.
No,
sucks.
He's staying.
But
now I have an actual Violet rep and not a Hoenn stand-in or whatever I had there. Because Tinkaton is awesome, and hitting people with a hammer sounds fantastic.
Okay. I know a Palafin. That's the dolphin that then turns into a superhero. I just have it as this is the gimmick character, where it's really bad. You have to have it out for so long, you have to fight with him for so long, then you can switch, and then the next time he comes out, he's really strong, just like it works in the games. My other thought was to make it so that you start with him, and then you could switch him out immediately, and then he has to be your only Pokemon left to go the 0 to hero mode. And then he's, like, cracked. I think of it like Akuma with, like, X Factor from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where that character becomes crazy. For as many if you only have one guy left, like, the X Factor is, like, cracked. So that's kind of what I thought there. Then I have Koraidon, Fighting Dragon. I kind of just had to do it. Plus, I thought him versus Komodo would be cool as shit. 2 Fighting Dragons, that's going to be cool. Story mode cutscene. And then Godzilla. I have Excalibur. Had to make it. He's so cool. That was I couldn't tell you one thing that he does. I would just make him Godzilla. Just give him Dragon Breath, give him his Glaive Rush that lets him do I would just give him all the old Godzilla references. Let him do the Godzilla dance from the movie. Give him the body slam from another Godzilla movie. Like, just let him be the Godzilla stand-in.
What was his name?
Excalibur. Baxcaliber. Excalibur.
Oh. He does exist, doesn't he?
He's the GOAT. I love Excalibur, bro. Alright, you want to get into your DLC there, pal?
Sure. So, of course, number 41 was Chandelure, the pre-order bonus.
Which was my Charizard.
Ding, 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 ding. And then we have the Zach's Choice, which was Trevenant, because he's awesome.
He is badass.
He's a ghost treat.
He is cool.
He wasn't shortlisted for Gen 6.
Dead Child.
Yeah. He wasn't shortlisted for Gen 6 because I was going to force him in somewhere. How did you format yours at all, or did you just pick?
I have 3 distinct themings for my DLC packs.
Okay. So I'll hit up my first couple of remakes, and then you can do your
Okay.
first pack. So Fire Red and Leaf Green, I have Magneton and Machamp. There you go.
Okay.
I like Magneton, and Machamp is Machamp.
Machamp kind of is one of those that I feel like has to make it, and he didn't make my game notes right. So.
Yeah. So what's your first? Because I technically have
DLC
given a first
is the
pack
fan
away.
favorites that just didn't make it.
I was going to ask you, because originally instead of Zach's choice, I was going to do, can I do a fan vote?
Yeah, like fan favorites, I have Gengar, Lucario, and Zoroark. Just three very popular Pokemon that just didn't end up making the
Lucario
cut.
not being in the game is wild.
He's not. He's DLC.
Yeah, but like not being in the base game. One of the fights.
He's been in literally everything.
Yes, so
You can wait till the. I'm not giving him to you. It's the same reason why I have Charizard as a pre-order bonus. I'm not giving him to you, but we have so many other options. We can let other people get some sun. He's done everything. Chill out. Gengar's been in everything too. Zoroark's been in everything too. So just letting it ride. Go ahead and do your couple more whatever DLCs you got.
So I have Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I have Steelix and Feraligatr.
Okay.
Feraligator's cool. I'll give you my Alpha Sapphire one, which was Walrein.
Love Walrein.
Is it just because I personally love Walrein? Yes.
Walrein's just cool.
That's it. That's the only thing. And then there's 3, so you can go ahead.
These are legendaries and mythicals that I didn't want to put in the roster.
Okay.
I think I only have 2 legendaries, or maybe 1. I know I have Koraidon Zacian. Technically, I guess Genesect is a mythical,
Yeah.
but I tried to stay away from those. But I have Darkrai, Deoxys, and Arceus as the final Pokemon to be in the game. I feel like God is probably one of those that probably should be there.
Kinda sucks.
What?
Kinda sucks.
Who? Arceus? Arceus is the coolest shit.
You ever used Arceus in a game, though?
Yeah, he's good. Judgment is amazing. Plus, he has the plates. I can make him whatever type I want. Yeah, Arceus is badass.
He fails to a Bidoof. So I have, for Omega Ruby, this is a Pokemon that I use all the time, and I actually didn't know they were from Hoenn until I did this. I have Absol.
Yeah, that was one of those for the fan favorites that I was thinking about, because a lot of people like Absol.
And then
Just do the rest of your mons, and then I'll finish off with
Yep.
mine.
And then for Brilliant Diamond, they almost didn't make my list.
They shouldn't
and
have.
it was
I hate those stupid-ass games. They make me so mad. The Underground is so cool, but that's the only cool part of that game. That game sucks.
I just used it to put 2 Sinnoh Pokemon in. They're just listed because they got it, because to my thing they have to be. But he almost didn't make my list, and it's a shame because he's one of my favorites. I have Luxray.
Luxray's
I
cool.
like Luxray. And then I have potentially the weirdest on my list. Don't ask me how he works because I don't know. But I have Spiritomb.
Spiritomb is cool. He almost made mine.
Yeah. Like, how does he work? No idea.
He's 100 souls. That guy is going to be cool.
Like,
Ghost Pokemon work in fighting games so easy. Like, I think it's probably the second easiest mon to think about. So as you notice, my math was a little off.
yeah.
It's because in every good fighting game, you get guest characters.
Oh, God. All right.
I have Agumon, Kuribo, and Jibanyan. Agumon from Digimon, Kuribo from Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Jibanyan from Yokai Watch.
Okay.
I'm very proud of myself.
You shouldn't be.
I don't care. Your opinion does not matter to me.
Okay. So there you go.
If I was going to do a different one, it was going to be special versions of Pokemon from other games. I was going to do Shadow Lugia from Gale of Darkness. I was going to do Shadow Mewtwo from Pokken.
Yeah.
And then I was going to do Necrozma from the Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun.
Yeah.
But I also just didn't like that. So that's why, honestly, if I could have thought of another gimmick, weird Pokemon from a different game, they would have made it wouldn't be the guest packs. But Pokemon didn't want to give me enough fun stuff. So it is what it is.
Ippy. Would it be?
This was so good. I had so much fun doing this. This is the most you've ever pissed me off doing one of these things. I absolutely hate the way you did this.
I had 14 Pokemon from Kanto.
You are the problem.
Yes.
You are the you were the reason why we don't get anything fun. I didn't realize I was like sitting with an imposter for like a half a year, almost a year doing this show. I didn't know you were one of those. I'm very upset with you.
Kind of is what it is. I think
Don't hit me with the is what it is.
I disagree with the idea that we don't get cool Pokemon anymore. Just a lot of the last few gens haven't captured me. But I remember people complaining about that when we were in Kalos, and I like a lot of the Kalos mons. My second most prevalent type was Ghost, which surprised me. But all the Ghosts... But then
Literally, isn't that not what I just said?
Yeah. That's what you said, and then I looked at what all the Ghost Pokemon were that I put it in, and I was like, oh, but they're all bangers.
Yeah.
Like... But normally I always think that I lean towards fire and electric types, and that's just not what happened.
There are a lot of my favorite... Like, Electivire not making this list broke me. Magmortar not making... Like, Sinnoh was so hard. But it was like, what's fun? In a fighting game, what's fun? And that's kind of just how the cookie crumbled there.
Yeah, like I had, from Gen 4, I have Abomasnow and Drapion both shortlisted, and it's like...
I'll give you real quick. I know it's 101 Pokemon, but this was everybody that I narrowed down right before I got to the final list. I'll get past the people that made it. These are who just missed out. Alakazam, Machamp, Electrode, Rhydon, Kangaskhan, Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime was really hard for me to not put on. Eevee, Kabutops. I wanted Kabutops so bad. Oh, Kabutops is so cool. I almost did a Fossil DLC pack and did like Kabutops, Dracovish, and then like Armaldo or something. But Rampardos probably would have ended up being it, because Rampardos was a cool mon too. Then I had Scizor Mist, Ursaring Tyranitar, Lugia and Ho-Oh, Ludicolo, Gardevoir, Breloom, Hariyama, Sableye, Swalot, Torkoal, Altaria, I wanted Crawdaunt so bad, it's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Infernape, Lopunny, Rampardos, Garchomp. I feel so bad for Garchomp. Electivire, Magmortar, Gliscor, Dusknoir, Palkia, Conkeldurr, Reuniclus, Electros, Stunfisk, Golurk, Volcarona, Thundurus, Zekrom, Talonflame, Pangoro, Mimikyu. I love Mimikyu, so cool. Corviknight, Cramorant, Toxtricity, Grimmsnarl, Obstagoon, Sirfetch'd, Dracovish, Urshifu, Galarian Zapdos, Meowscarada, Armarouge, Ceruledge, Annihilate, Iron Bundle, because he's the GOAT. And that was everybody. There was everybody who didn't make it.
Everyone you listed was shortlisted on mine, except for Lopunny, who I very specifically put a star next to say was not considered. I made sure to put down that there was no chance in hell that Lopunny was making it anywhere near my game.
I don't know. You have Gardevoir in your game.
I do have Gardevoir in my game.
I would argue that's worse.
The skirt makes it okay.
I'm very upset with you.
Is there any closing arguments you would like to make?
I want to shout out Jabez. He gave me a bunch of ideas for this. Like, Muck wouldn't have made my game, even though he's like my probably second favorite Pokemon of all time. Him making the Zoner argument was so cool. Closing arguments. I think you're off a perk. I think you need to be put down like a dog.
Were there any picks from my list that you really liked?
Kofagrigus.
Okay. I was like, I know there's a lot that you hated.
Kofagrigus. What else did you say? Let me see your list. I like the Kofagrigus. You know I love Bidoof. I am so mad about Throw and Sulk. I could rip your head off. Oh my god, you make me so mad. Why did you do that? Why did you do that to me? Why did you do that?
Because I knew it would make you angry.
Scroll back up. Pseudo-Budo was a banger. I actually like Meganium. Dude, I just realized you said Ivysaur. Wait, Ivy. So you just made Pokemon Trainer.
Basically, yeah.
I hate that also. But yeah, why? But it's okay. I love you. Yep. I thought we were gonna have fun, Zach. I thought it was gonna be a fun thing,
think
and
we're gonna-
you sucked all the fun out of
I
it.
think we're gonna have fun every single time, and every
We
single
have to.
and every single time I say some bullshit that most of the time, I think this time it's been a bit better that the ones that I thought were like, because like when I put Pseudo Widow down, I was like, oh, I'm cooking, and so like I'm glad that was
Yeah,
one
no,
of the ones that you
was,
liked.
was definitely.
Because normally I do that,
Yes.
and that's the one you hate. When I was doing the revision, I saw Sock Throw, and he's like, he's gonna hate that.
I hate it.
They like, and here we are. But then you also then loved Kofa Grigas, but again,
Grigas is a good pick. I like Kofa Grigas.
I can't believe that Pokemon exists. It's amazing. I didn't know. Like I saw it, and I was like, that's not what I think it is. And I looked, and I was like, that is.
And it's that cool.
That's awesome. I love weird Pokemon that are cool.
I also enjoy what you just said. So what's the Triple Crown? What's the third installment of this? Let's make a video game around this title.
Well, this one feels like a spin-off because it's not a Smash game.
Yeah, but it's still a fighting game. I know you refuse
Oh.
to see Smash as a fighting game, but it's at every fighting game tournament. So
Well, yeah, like Smash is a fighting game.
Yeah.
Except it isn't, but it is. But it
Yeah.
isn't. But this feels like a different, because this can't be like Super Smash something. The working title I had put down was Pokken World Tour because
we cannot name this after Pokken. It wouldn't sell.
you're right. We shouldn't. But normally I have you make the names.
Okay, I can workshop
So-
a name. A name. Is it crazy to not just call this Pokemon Coliseum?
Pokemon Fighter Z. And
Facts.
the problem is I wanted a pun name, and I don't think there is a better fighting game pun than Pokken, and it upsets me.
That does upset me also.
Because like I was trying to think of like a way to like do Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, but have it be a pun, and it just wasn't happening.
All I can think is Streets of Rage, and then I think Lego Rage. Yeah, I don't know. The title would be hard.
Another Pokemon spin-off game.
No, Battle Frontier.
There you go.
Boom.
There you go.
Done.
Boom.
Pokemon Battle Frontier EX, because they love throwing those random... You could just call it Pokemon Masters EX. But the correct way to say it.
Pokemon Master Sex.
Yes, sir.